Welcome back to Let's Play Disco Elysium. I am a little wine drunk. Rice wine. What to do? Let's go talk to Renee. Last episode, we spoke to Classier, the supposed rape victim. What's your name, miss, for the record?
Classier Amandou.
Same name that Titus gave you. It sounds Oranese, as does her accent. Her birthmarks also signal Oranje. You don't know why, but Oranese girls tend to come speckled with them.
Look, a handful of dried white wildflowers.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air. You catch a single white flower between your fingers. The rest fly off into the wind. It's a Maybell. The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand. Just a glance, then takes a drag of her cigarette.
I was just thinking, what a nice...
Soft, light brown eyes look back at you, directly into the space behind your eye sockets. You see the smoke rise from between her painted red lips. She's beautiful. I have bad news for you.
You
know these guys? Who? Me? Yes, he's talking about you, you shifty asshole. You too. Me? No way. I'm straight, man. These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info, you can't trust them anymore.
Oh my god. Of our murder victim, but, she says it wasn't rape, but also we passed a check to see if she was lying or not. And, oh, Gaston, what are you doing here?
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man? Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
Where is Renee?
The prick is gone. I can barely believe it, but he's really gone.
He is trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep shadow over his wrinkled face.
I'm sorry, what? Renee passed away? Gone? Gone where?
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute Kent.
How did he die?
His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is.
Oh man. The timing could not have been worse. Because we could have proved our authority to Titus and talked to Classier and figured out about the flowers, but it must have been a Friday thing.
Wait, did he push himself to prove he can pull his weight and doesn't need handouts?
Guess he was about to head home, cause when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes and not the Kuketu uniform I saw him in all the time. Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the joke's on him, cause he's gonna be buried without it.
That means the uniform could still be in the guard booth. Something to keep in mind if you really plan to give yourself the rev-show.
I'm sorry, what the hell does that mean, reaction speed? Do you think our conversation about his job pushed him to go out there?
No. René was the most stubborn man in Revachol. Nothing you or I could say would ever push him to do anything. The man was completely immovable.
Was he really that bad?
I repeat, an absolute Kent. Even his old army buddies didn't want him around. The only people who could stand to be around him were Jenny and me. And she never lost sight of it. And I thought if the most beautiful being in the world can love him, then there must be something worth holding on to.
Yo, this is sad. Did you love him, Gaston?
We've hated each other our entire lives. So much, in fact, that... Yes, I loved that angry prick. He didn't deserve it, but I did. You know what his last words to me were?
Tell me.
In Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot without trial. That's what he said to me. He lived a count and he died a count. Let's leave it at that.
Do you know what happened to his medals?
I took them for myself. Took them to remember that old cunt.
Strange how old cunt sound almost gentle when he says it now.
Here, Gaston. Something to remember your friends by. Give him the photograph of Renee and the girl. I'm actually tearing up a little bit.
Let me see. This was 60 years ago. We all went to that parade. Young Renee looked so happy, and Jenny...
I hope all of you out there are taking photos of yourselves and the people you love, because sometimes it's just so hard to remember the good times.
I'm sorry, officer. I just... Thank you. Thank you for this little memorabilia. It really means the world to me.
That was nice. A small thing for us, but invaluable to him. He probably didn't even know René had the photo.
I offer my sincere condolences, Gaston.
Yes, we are both very sorry for your loss.
It is what it is. Part of life, really. But to know someone for 79 years, then one day they're just gone. I just don't know anymore. About anything, really. But you must need something.
Well, too bad René's gone. I was hoping to ask him about Maybells.
René wasn't really what you'd call a botanist, officer. And believe me, he didn't like Insulindian lilies.
Wait, Insulindian lilies?
That's their old name, dating back to the time of kings and crests, and all that other stuff he loved so much.
Why didn't he like them?
There were many reasons, but mostly it was the communals. They called them the bells of revolution.
I see.
I guess in the end, the Insulindian lilies were just another piece of the whole Insulinde. The royalists had to surrender to the Mazovian insurgents. It doesn't really matter anymore.
Well, now I feel like there is a communard inside the Whirling in Rags. Holding on to these revolution flowers and letting them blow up through the ventilation system. Let's just exhaust the dialogue real quick.
Yes? What about...
Yes,
It is what I just don't know anymore. Officer,
Hardcore aesthetic. Oh yes, drugs. We're talking about drugs.
Oh,
Let's
no.
face it,
Oh,
these
God.
flirtations with the hardcore aesthetic have all been leading up to one question. Can I do drugs harder now that I'm a hard cop? And the answer is yes. You can. You can do one more blast of Pyrrolidon and yellow shit powder. You can even pull a ciggy and a lager on top of that. There, you've truly made the hardcore your own thing now.
Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. +1 endurance, really useful for doing drugs. +1 volition, same thing, Hardman. We are the Hardman. Jamais vous. We've got 2 more hours on this. Oh, man, that's sad about Renee. Ask Classier about when Kin's not around to stop you. Question Classier about Classier, A little later, when she's collected herself, speak to the assault victim. Confront the Hardy Boys with what Classier had told you. Dice, 11:08, 2 more hours. Okay. And la responsabilité. No. Beauty to the wall. Oh. Well, shout out to one strawberry farmer, Aaron. Once again, giving me a glimpse, a premonition of the future. A little bit of clairvoyance into the option trees. It's possible we can forge the signature. If it comes down to it. Run the number on victim's armor. Well, I'm afraid there's nothing else to do. We could go talk to everybody again. See if it's similar to Gaston. So, if situation has changed at all, in the slightest. Yeah, I think we'll do that.
This found ate the smell of... There's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has been pulled tight over the lower side of the seat where the toolbox should be.
Peel off the cover on the passenger seat.
Voila! A stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric. You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. It's Revachol. Some of its routes and highways have been outlined with a pen.
Bonne prise.
Good something. Fold open the topmost map.
This large map displays the elevated motorway called 881. The intake leading to Martinez is marked with a blue X. There's another X on the off-ramp at a place called the Old South. Toll booths at the intakes are marked with a circle. It looks like there are scant few ways of getting onto the elevated motorway that runs over Jamrock. And this person knows them all. There, hundreds of thousands of motor carriages roar on the 881. High above the mass of brown and red roofs, that is Jamrock. The commuters don't even look down. The world ceases to exist outside the windshield.
Where does the road lead?
To Couron, through the middle-income neighborhoods there, by the river, and then to Stella Maris and La Delta for work, while the men and women of Jamrock scuttle to their fates below the road.
Fold open the second map.
This municipal map from the 30s displays a complex system of storm sewers underneath a sub-district called the Pox, old military hospital, right adjacent to the 41st precinct.
Oh, did somebody say storm sewers? Look at the third map.
The final map displays a labyrinth of service tunnels left over from the construction of Motorway 881. A few routes have been marked with a pen, where the tunnels and sewers surface near the eminent domain and a traffic island in central Jamrock by the lake. These service tunnels were probably used during the construction of the foundation beneath the motorway. Looks like the smugglers have infiltrated the road network belonging to East Motor Tract.
Kim, the smugglers have infiltrated the motor track.
So it would seem. The RCM patrols most of these auxiliary roads, though apparently not all of them.
Where does the contraband end up?
Hard to say. This distribution network looks certainly large, yet still vague enough. It doesn't reveal much about the Besmerti behind it.
Besmerti. That sounds vaguely familiar.
The Besmerti is a Revacholian crime syndicate. They see themselves as the inheritors of the 14 Revacholian Indo-tribes, but really they're just violent gangs vying for control on the west side of Revachol. With cool names like La Puta Madre and Aura Masta, it's a dark parody.
Who do you think is behind this?
It's definitely not the Union. They just do some logistics. This operation has spread everywhere in Jamrock. If it's that widespread, then Madre remains the most likely suspect. Here's bad news. There have been attempts at a serious investigation before, but they haven't ended well for those involved.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is a brave man for saying Madre's name without the winces and whispers that usually accompany it.
Okay, well, it's a good thing we checked this. Return the stack of papers under the seat.
Best not to disturb the scene. I'll have forensics go over the lorry and pick this up later.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Scratching my eyes.
The stack of maps looks just like before. Close the rusty old...
Well, if you want them, on the one hand, these speakers are socialist garbage. Okay, officer, they're yours. The junk is yours, officer.
Alright, 50 cents.
You keep coming back.
If he really wants to save the economy, he'd let you pay with net worth.
Oh boy.
Just shine on these.
Stylish.
Let's see these. $5? 50 cents for $5? Why did you even buy those? There are no magic speakers. These are lame speakers. All they will ever produce is a faint memory of the song you're trying to listen to. Sell them for cash. Alright, that's a profit of $4.50.
What is it?
Oh, God.
Again? Seriously? Yeah, whatever.
Clausius says she wasn't raped.
Fuck! I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore.
Okay,
Oh,
Jesus.
shut up and stay out of this, Liz. She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
Cut the bullshit. She told me the truth.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you.
His hands become fists.
And you went and pushed her.
Hit you. Duck.
Titus Hardy, Everett personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit.
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic quality. Her lips barely move as she speaks. Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad, listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
This is their last play, this tape. Their story is in tatters, a mess. It might be nice to listen to, but at this point, you don't need to.
Why should I care about the tape? You lied to me.
You don't care about evidence.
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth.
I won't be on your bulletin board.
There's a lot of questions. If you ask them now, they'll just keep bringing up the tape. Listen to it, and they'll have nothing to hide behind.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy. You do that. Oh.
Well, this is weird. Yeah, pretty weird. Door Gunner Megamix. Hardy gave you a recording where the hangman supposedly testifies to his intent to rape and pillage. Have a listen on a playback device, either in your room or find one from a pawn shop. A magnetic tape acquired from Titus Hardy. It supposedly holds a recording of the Merc Task Force radio comms, recorded via a de-encryption station. Not a good omen. Requires a boombox to play. Fine. Come on, Kim, we're going back to the village.
The porterial.
You push Commence, and the tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalson crane.
He's right.
Oh, it must be inside that crate.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Kill shit. dogs and chickens too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice one. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arete on your portal. The tape stops spinning.
What was that at the very end? Silence?
End of recording.
What do you think?
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
But he did say he's gonna do it. You can't edit words into someone's mouth.
Indeed, but
The lieutenant looks at the tape. You're familiar with this look now. It's his look of suspicion. Who's this Cordy?
Corty could be short for Cortenard, one of the other mercenaries, the one he was talking to. The third one must be relaying the signal.
What's Kohoi?
A village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
You think he was there?
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. We would need to know the story of this man's service.
A symbol of soldier of the apocalypse style conduct in a civil environment.
Okay then, what now?
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree.
As you take out the tape, the boombox.
Okay. Yes. Let's go back to Classier. Oh, goodness.
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
Titus Hardy gave us a recording where the deceased states his intention to commit rape.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
On this tape, he specifically IDs you as the target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via a de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Those are the exact words he used.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line. Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
Kohoi was mentioned.
He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
Why say things like that? Machismo.
Yes, was he bragging?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things. Then integrated them into his idea of normalcy. To keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his,
Coping
what's the word
mechanism.
I'm looking for? Running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. He was like the Seminoles conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezut all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
Oh my god. I'm wearing the clothes of a dead man. You like this kind of stuff?
We're all scraping up any happiness we can find, officer. Going around with our little scouring sticks. You, your first love, Mr. Kohoi here.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? He and Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask for details. She seems okay to talk about it.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Oh, okay. I guess we're asking her about him now. Now that you've had some time, can you tell us more about the victim?
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Lelystad. That's a good start. We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations, recorded neatly in blue ink. Everything left to be clarified is in the column on the left.
Where is Lelystad, the place?
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
The Lelystad municipality has few boroughs and even fewer cities. It's made of agricultural plots near the border of Gottwald. Executive summary: cows, silos, and wheat. Oranje? Oranje's map of waterways? This fits with his tattoo.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I'll update the form.
You were both from Oranje.
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrijk. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habits.
No love for Mother Oranje. But wasn't he a soldier? This could be worth pursuing.
A military man, but not a patriot.
No. He left the National Service after they taught him to do what he did on Seminine. He wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was the making money, killing people kind.
Got it.
He was by no means a stupid man. A people person. A small platoon leader. Certainly not a patriot.
You don't seem like much of a patriot yourself.
Mm-hmm. There is nothing on Muindi. I love Revachol, though. I hope she loves me, too.
How old was he, miss?
He was 42.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no, we even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
Looks like you were right, officer.
Okay.
Points are good. Have one, you old dog, before we all die.
Fuck you, Pain Threshold. I did not know this was a competition. Oh, don't mention it.
The young woman looks at you, then the lieutenant, then you.
His eye color?
Blue. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth?
Yes. Severe.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
He had a tattoo. What did it mean?
Oh, that.
It was a Oranese map of the waterways.
Sure, waterways. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though.
Showing off the chicks. How so?
How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
Is this Oranis lit?
Don't interrupt.
He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, but what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bat shit there. Killed some loincloths."
Okay, we get it. It's all Darwinism. God.
And so it goes. Star after star, port after port, third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
You were the woman in this.
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell us precisely what these mean?
No, thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Orania needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money.
Hey, that was his choice.
He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people in the Seminine Islands. And on other islands, too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Change of topic, perhaps?
Perhaps, miss, it was communism that killed him?
Is the Union communist? They're a couple of shades thinker than that, no? They're not hardcore in that way, is what I'm trying to say.
I think she's just tired. She doesn't know what you meant by that. And can you blame her? You could blame her, a little. It was a pretty straightforward question that she refused to answer.
Interesting. I think we're done with the questions.
All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
Let's return to this later, miss.
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42?
Is what she said, yes.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of morality. He was 42 years old?
Where is this going?
How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them.
Miss, how old do you think I am?
How old do I think you are?
She's buying time to formulate the best answer. Look who's finally awake.
I don't know. 80? 100? 1 year old? I don't know what I'm supposed to say. How old is the sorriest age?
I think I'm circa 35.
You're not.
Sure he is. You know, age is just a number.
Yes, but for him that number is much larger than 35.
Wait. This requires scientific measurements.
Oh, bring it on. I'm not afraid of the truth.
To the laboratorium.
Oh, what's this? A new thought. 90%, 20 minutes. Date of birth generator. Oh, look at me. Look at that. Your face looks like it's 58 and your body feels like it's 60. Your mind feels like it's lived for 1 day and 100. Both longer than they ought to be, the date and the century. But for how long then has this thing attached to your sentience walked the planet's crust? Time to start racking those brains of yours, Elder One. When and where were you born? Oh, I'm out of water. I'm not sure what this thought would give me. Indirect modes of taxation. I bet there's a collection. I got the shoes on the pants. There must be a shirt somewhere and a jacket. What else is here? Torque Dork. Related to Kim's radio, maybe? Superstar? Cop of the Apocalypse? No. Mazovian socioeconomics. Regular law official. Bow collector. White morning. Oh, I'm pretty sure we had this one. It's about us being a baby or something. Detective Cousteau. Bodero. Overproductive honor glands. You know what? I'm okay with this one and the other 3 being the remaining. Okay, fine. Talk to Titus. Classier when Kim's gone. Dice. Victim armor. Fine. So I talked to Classier about the tape.
And
Nothing. She stands by what she said.
that fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
Oh, God. It was dark stuff, but it didn't prove anything. And it didn't change your mind.
Dark. Dark is when you start a goddamn death rock band. What did she have to say then? Fine by her? This is what people are supposed to be like? Fucking whoop-de-doo.
It didn't come as a surprise to her. And she definitely wasn't scared.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny. No good goddamn psycho whore. Alright. All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then.
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors.
Okie dokie. This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawmen?
You don't have to say everything out loud. Just mix and match.
Be straight with me, Titus. What really happened?
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men, too, are growing increasingly silent. They're confused. This is growing over their heads.
Come on, Titus. It's been a long day. I'm tired of running back and forth between you. I can see you're tired too. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck on!" That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over. Yeah.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
Oh, we can convince Titus he's being manipulated. Mention the play. Everard asked to co-op. Compromise skill set. Discuss 8th Hardy. Confronted about drug trade. Not yet. In fact, I might quick save. Because I'm a goddamn asshole. And I don't want to do shit for Everard. Oh god. Hey Liz, how you doing?
I've got nothing to say to you.
Okay.
It's you again. What is it?
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter.
One of his boys will.
Just remember, it's about more than Glasia. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility.
Oh, that's it then. Case closed. We're going home, Kim.
Huh? He'll get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim. And Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Because they like killing.
Yeah, we liked it. It was fun, wasn't it, guys? We had a great time.
It wasn't for your fucking entertainment, Dennis. She...
They kill you because they think it's funny.
Oh. They just hang you, like in the Dark Ages. Make a display of your corpse.
It wasn't that. It wasn't... We just couldn't get him down, okay?
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
firearm. A Glass 08 or a 38 caliber pistol. Either is small enough for you to have missed. He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do. Steel yourself. Push on. Just ignore Theo.
Or what? You're gonna fucking kill me? Like you killed him? For no fucking reason?
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Shut up, Angus!
Oh, he was dead before you hung him.
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
The room falls quiet. So quiet, you can hear Angus wheeze.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus?
Jesus, Liz.
Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Give who up?
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Yeah, fuck you, Ev. I ain't doing shit for you, Ev. Oh, God.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
She walks off without looking back.
You're in. He's all yours. Questions?
So you didn't kill him. He was already dead.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. What was it?
We're not sure. Probably a bullet. The wound was difficult to see.
The coroner and his assistant are wrapped in blue. Hands covered in blue gloves. Mouths covered by blue masks. Bodies by blue aprons. The coroner wipes his brow, scalpel still in his hand. Get the light. Shine it in his mouth. He tells his assistant. The coroner squats to better see the light illumines the darkness inside. Well, shit. Can't blame them for missing that. Get the saw, Alan. This just got fun.
Well, I know the scenario. Actually, Strawberry Farmer got to that point. Pretty cool. Why?
'Cause the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural? There's another girl? 2 of them? Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
Okay, so we know that our gun is missing. And, it was a girl, or some girl who said pigs a lot. So it could be either Cindy or Kuno S. What happened Sunday night?
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way.
Oh, okay.
It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How'd you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus.
That's okay with the fat man still wheezing there. He couldn't speak if he wanted to.
What happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the Merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
He means they'd been fucking?
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Okay, so our perp shot the Merc, the victim, through the window. And the window was facing the sea. However, I have two ideas. It could be... No, I just have one idea. I think it was Neha. Who's Tibbs, the 8th Hardy?
Yeah. He's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
Tibbs. That's short for...
Short for Tiberius.
Yeah. Good man.
Bet their father's named Atticus Hardy. Lucretia Hardy would be their sister. Anyway.
If Clausier didn't kill him, why the cover-up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
I didn't notice anything. What kind of shit are we talking about?
The can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. Where she came from.
These people, who are they?
They're powerful. Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
Whose idea was it to hang him? Hers?
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one.
Earlier, you said the girls asked for your help. Was this the other girl?
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it. For political reasons. It sent a good message.
It's her, isn't it? The drug trafficker. The missing 8th Hardy.
Fella, you think too much. He's awful right. You're gonna hurt your head. That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway.
Understood. Can you tell me anything about her? Name? Current location?
Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Clausia you want to talk to.
So, who killed the Merc then? Any leads?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
And what are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Clausia. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
I don't know. I mean, okay, probably because he was wearing his armor while they did the deed. And you had ideas about his past too?
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
He's calm now. Threw all that turmoil away and became himself again.
I'm sorry I made you guys fight.
Me too.
Hey, Kim, we did it.
The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
Thanks for this, Titus. I'll go and talk to her for the last time.
You do that. She... Clausia came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But
You would still prefer if we didn't take her away.
that's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
Jamais vu. Derealization. Jamais vu. The opposite of déjà vu. Not already seen, but never seen. Everything that should be familiar appears strange and new, like some half-forgotten day in your childhood. Only now. That's the feeling you've been having. And for who knows how long. You should go and ask Joyce Messier about this. What world are we in? This is a fundamental question.
Plus 1 XP for every orb clicked? Well, gee. Do we have... We have a skill point. And we made some progress here. But that is gonna be it for the episode. So, I'll see you in the next one.